I'm live. I'm live. Hold on, I gotta share. Oh, you can't see my bun. I'm so silly. Hold on, you guys. Let me share it on social media. What's up, squad? I told y'all I was coming back. I know y'all don't be believing me. Zills, you on the phone? Come here, Biggie.
Yeah.
Oh, you're on the phone. Ooh, ooh. Baby hairs ain't popping. What's up, squad? Imani. Yes. King Cullerton, report comments. Okay, mention side pie. Don't be reporting me. I done had enough of that this week. Gerald, Sherry, Eureka, Tracy living my truth. Yes, squad is in the house. And look, I already got the speaker. Okay, if you haven't already visited Straight from the A, I give people some time to come in because look, I got Zills on the phone. Zills, you want to introduce yourself to the people since you on the phone? Wait, I can't hear you. What you say, Zills? Say something to the people.
Hey, motherfuckers.
Really? Zills.
Hold on, I'm sharing on Facebook.
Share it on the Facebook page as well. Hey, you guys. Yes, everyone. Let me share it on Twitter. Did I already do that? Yes, I shared it on Twitter. Hi, you guys. Jerome. Zill never. When I tell you, Zills is the most outspoken person in this room. He calls me and curses me out. Zills, will you turn down your speaker if you're gonna be on this phone? Do I have to remind you like I have to remind the callers? And then he calls me. We talk most every day. And when it's time to go on live, he's always on the phone, just like he just hung up because I guess he's in the chat. But he always has something to say. What you need to talk about is this, and what you need to talk about is that. And now he done hung up and he don't want to talk about anything. But as we were talking earlier today about the things that are on the blog, the marriage of Stevie J and Faith Evans. Everybody's calling it a stunt. I don't know if it's a stunt or not. It might be a stunt, and they may have found love in their old age. You know, they both have been around for a while. They worked together at Bad Boy. They've seen it all. You know, Stevie J used to write and do stuff for like Biggie, and Faith used to be Biggie's lady. So I mean, you know, they got a bond that can never be broken, and now they are man and wife. So allegedly, well, actually, it's not allegedly because the marriage license has been found. They got married in Vegas Tuesday evening in their hotel room. They pulled a Cardi B and Offset. Uh, yeah, I mean, you know, Stevie got on Twitter and said, "I love you, Faith." Whatever her middle name is, Jordan, which is his last name, and she said, "I love you too, Stephen Jordan." And so that was the key to everybody was like, "What? What's going on? Faith last name is Jordan." So, the only reason I think it's probably real is because the wedding license was found. So, you know, they did get the license. So, who's to say it isn't? Other than that, you know, I just wish them well. Everybody wants somebody. Stevie got like 10 baby mamas. So maybe it's just time he settled down. We talk about that all the time. Like men go through all these different women for whatever reason, have all these children for whatever reason, and then marry the one you never thought he would ever be with in life. So, you know, shit happens. I think the same thing's gonna happen with Future. Future got like all these baby mamas. He got a new one on the way, allegedly by Bow Wow's ex baby mama who thought she was his everything. And probably later, you know, y'all been seeing Future online with all these quotes, you know, tag a gold digger, tag a woman who needs the world, tag this, tag that. And Future, who got at least what 4 or 5 baby mamas, watch, he gonna end up with a girl y'all never thought he would be with and settle down, and it'll be like just over for everybody. For it. Whatever. I don't want them. Whatever. You know, more power to them. What else was on the blogs? Oh, Destiny's Child, Michelle Williams. We talked about that being, you know, she checked into a mental rehab facility. I commend her for that because at the end of the day, everybody is fighting struggles we know nothing about. Social media is a beast. I was talking to Zills earlier. I was like, child, I didn't know I was ugly until social media. Social media told me that. And I'm like, all of a sudden, I don't want to take no pictures because I feel like I'm ugly. Like, it's just crazy. So, and I feel the same way. Something similar may have happened to Michelle. She admitted a while ago that she had been suffering from depression. And this whole hashtag poor Michelle. Every time something happens with Destiny's Child, it's hashtag poor Michelle. Every time she has a wardrobe malfunction, it's hashtag poor Michelle. The trolls be on her page hard. So anyway, long story short, Michelle issued a statement. She said, "For years, I have dedicated myself to increasing awareness of mental health and empowering people to recognize when it's time to seek help, support, and guidance for those that love and care for your well-being. I recently listened to the same advice I have given to thousands around the world and sought help from a great team of healthcare professionals. Today, I proudly and happily and healthily stand here as someone who will continue to always lead by example as I tirelessly advocate for the betterment of those in need. If you change your mind, you can change your life." So, Michelle is seeking help for depression. All of her celebrity friends have gathered up under her post and congratulate her and, tell her, they're in support of her. And, it's just interesting how, things like this happen. Like the people you see on social media smiling, having a good time, she's recently got engaged, are the ones that, again, are fighting a battle that y'all know nothing about. So, I commend her for being strong and for actually seeking help as opposed to, holding it in and all of that. So, what else was on the blogs? Candy and Riley, Riley lost almost 60 pounds through changing her diet, and she got a trainer. So they were both on Sister Circle earlier this week, and they were talking about how Riley's journey has inspired dang near everybody in the family to eat healthier, and that's a good thing. Riley looks amazing. She's also got a new YouTube channel where she's sharing the journey with, other young ladies her age. I'm reading these comments, honey. Let me not read the comments. I'm trying not to. I know y'all like, what? But what else? The Houston. Yes, the Houston Family Feud. Thank you for somebody for mentioning that. Sissy reportedly disowned Gary over the documentary. And we talked about it. We talked about the Houston documentary over on ATLN channel last week about how a lot of things came out about Whitney, about how, it basically highlighted all of these old clips of Whitney and all of the struggles that she had gone through. Her mom was a beast when it came to her career, and how, Sissy always wanted to be a singer, and she kind of like pushed Whitney into that field. And so a lot of things, people feel like Sissy is the cause of all Whitney's problems. I don't know if that's the case, but, now since, some things have came out in the documentary, i.e. the allegations of molestation from Dee Dee, which is Dionne Warwick's cousin, daughter and granddaughter. Hell, I don't know. But anyway, she allegedly molested Whitney and Gary pretty much confirmed it in his own statements during the documentary. Pat Houston is an executive producer of the documentary. So a lot of people are, saying that, Pat was the one who tried to get all of this out. Sissy wasn't fully on board, even though she was in the documentary. Sissy released a statement saying that, she really wanted, her daughter to be rest in peace. She said that Gary never brought up these accusations before, and the family doesn't believe him. And the family feels that the allegations are just used to drum up publicity for the film. That's coming from Sissy. And she also said, she wrote a long statement saying, although she spoke about her struggle with drugs, talking about Whitney, the interventions, her daughter Chrissy, and issues in her marriage, she never publicly spoke about her father stealing from her or revealed any claim that she had been molested. if she was molested. I do not believe she would have wanted it to be revealed for the first time to thousands, maybe millions of people in a film. So if you want to read about that particular statement and the details about the documentary are on straight from the A. The post is titled "Houston Family Feud: Sissy Reportedly Disowned Son Gary Over the Whitney Documentary." So, there's a lot of things to discuss tonight. I actually came through because I promised y'all I would come back, and I want y'all to talk about what y'all want to talk about, because I love to hear from y'all, child. And if you haven't already, Zills has the phone number, and we can discuss any topic, every topic. We can talk about how social media, makes people feel some kind of way, and is causing a lot of depressed people. Is causing issues in mental health. I feel that it's causing issues, but that may have not have been Michelle Williams' issue. But there are a lot of things that social media triggers in people. It triggers, narcissism. It triggers depression. It triggers a whole lot of things. That's why with me personally, I have to unplug a lot from social media, even though it's kind of like my job. But it's a lot. Low self-esteem. Exactly, animal lover. Keyboard bullying. Yes, we can keep going. We can keep going. Like anonymous trolling, harassment, bullying, all of that. So a lot of people, even if you post something positive, you know what I mean? Even if you post something positive, it's always going to be one person up under there saying something negative. Well, why you post this? You must be talking about somebody. And you're a bitch. And you're like, child, what is wrong with y'all? Do y'all need some hugs? out there? What is wrong with y'all? Everything is not always about beefing with nobody. So anyway, if you haven't already, if you have the number, let me see. Shout out to the squad. Always supportive. Always there. Always got my back. Oh, we got somebody in here already. Wait a minute. I gotta call in. I gotta get on the thing. Hold on.
Thank you. Joining the conference now.
Hold on, you guys. Hold on. Okay. Caller 6955.
Hey, Michelle.
Hey, how are you?
Good.
What would you like to talk about?
Well, I wanted to ask you, I put a comment on there, but I don't think you saw it. So I wanted to ask you, I saw a picture of a young lady that was pregnant, and she posted like pictures of Stevie J in her bed and everything, saying that basically she's pregnant. And I wanted to know what you thought about that, like if you think it's a rumor or what.
If I thought about Stevie J having another baby, I mean, I wouldn't put it past him. I haven't seen it, but I wouldn't put it past him. Stevie J got a lot of seeds out there. I mean, he got a lot we don't know about. Why do you think Jocelyn decided to walk away, even though she had, her kid? So, I mean, he has a history of being behind on child support. He got a history of, he got a history of a lot of things. So,
crazy. Do you think but what about Faith? Like, there is it all, obviously, if they did get married, you think she's just like, well, I'm at a certain age or whatever, or, what do you
I think they may truly love each other. They've dated off and on for years. I don't know the inner workings of their relationship. I really don't. But, I mean, a lot of people who work together end up being together because of their close proximity to each other. They know things about each other that we'll never know. So who's to say that it's not authentic?
Okay. Well, that's all I wanted to ask you.
Where are you calling from, girl? You just got on the phone. I didn't even ask your name and stuff.
I'm in Cobb County. That's all I'm going to say.
All right. I'll keep you anonymous. I thank you for calling me. All right. Bye-bye. Y'all can be anonymous if y'all want to. I'm not going to, reveal your identity or anything. Caller 8776. You are on the line.
Michelle, would that be me?
Yes, that is you.
Hey, it's Janet.
Hey, Janet.
How are you today?
I'm good. How you doing?
Girl, I'm in Jersey. Like, what is going on with my people? What is this with Faith? Oh my God, no.
Why can't Faith be happy? Have you seen the damn leaked news of Stevie J? Have you seen?
What?
Have you? Maybe Faith just want to be happy. I mean, he may be that man that makes Faith happy.
Oh my God. I'm just reliving Whitney and Bobby Brown in my mind. Oh my God. No, I mean, I hope he's going to be good to her, and I pray, and I hope, but I'm so scared because he's been on this TV program for so long, being such a little sneak. Oh my God!
I mean, but here's the thing: Stevie J is a really, really nice guy. I met Stevie several times. He is very personable. He is a really, really nice guy. How do you know? We don't know how he is in a relationship with people. What he puts on TV is what he puts on TV. Yeah, his nickname is Sleazy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we didn't see the sex tape with him and Eve. Yeah, we know he got like all these different.
Oh Lord Jesus.
Yeah, we know he got all these baby mamas, but apparently, women love him for a reason. Who's to say this is the woman he loves? I mean, I don't feel like he hasn't been married before that I know of. So I mean, maybe it's just time for him to marry. Hell, he didn't marry Mimi. He didn't marry Jocelyn. He didn't marry any of the other baby mamas. And Faith ain't got his baby that we know of. So I mean,
does this got anything to do with his tax problems? Lord Jesus.
Look, you mean he got tax problems, child support issues. I mean, he got a whole lot of things going on. I don't know. I just hope Faith was smart enough to get him to sign a prenup or whatever. Yeah, exactly, Jerome. They're of an age where they're smart. Maybe this could be a smart business move for both of them. They can get their own show. Faith, everybody loves Faith. Who knows? Who knows? I'm here for it though. I want to see. They got everybody talking.
Yeah. I'm gonna get my heart to say, Ben, I'm actually having anxiety attacks over this.
Really?
Oh my God. I'm having anxiety attacks over this because, oh my God. Okay, Lord Jesus.
You need to let Faith be happy. Just let Faith be happy.
All right, we're gonna sit back and pray. Well, North Brick City, we got her back no matter what. No matter what, you better be good to her because we coming through.
Yep.
We coming through.
All right.
All right.
Well, thank you for calling.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Y'all don't be ashamed to call in. We can talk about whatever y'all want to talk about. We can talk about Michelle Williams. We can talk about y'all know how bad they bullied Michelle Williams? Do y'all know how bad they have bullied Michelle Williams all these years? And so for her to just say, look, I'm not feeling my best. I'm depressed. I don't know what's going on with her, her life situation or her relationship or any of that, but she's being open about it. Nobody can, shade her for crying, on stage or whatever the case may be. She's seeking help. And I really appreciate that she's seeking help. And I really appreciate that she's being open and honest about it. There is a movement that someone in Atlanta, Shanti Das, has, Silence the Shame, where she's she's tired, she wants to get out there that it's not embarrassing to deal with mental health issues. And I agree with that because all of us, again, are dealing with struggles, are dealing with stress, are dealing with pressures, are dealing with, other people's expectations of you that get to weigh on us. And sometimes, you do need to seek external help, and there's nothing wrong with doing it. So I just want to say it. We don't have no calls. Y'all don't want to call? Jerome, call in. Let me hear what you got to say. Yes, I am live. Are y'all live? Let me see what these comments talking about. But yeah, so of course, I know y'all are waiting for like the little housewife stuff, and I get it. Kenya been trolling y'all. Kenya been saying that she, is headed to New York for this big business meeting and all of this situation, honey. And I don't know what Kenya doing. She might be up there begging for her job, but while she up there begging for her job, the housewives are in Atlanta filming scenes and partying and drinking wine and filming without her. So that being said, if she comes back again, she may come back, as a friend if she will accept that, but she don't want to accept that. Like she said in her own post, it's either a peach or nothing, and clearly it's nothing because they are moving on. They are moving on. If y'all ain't seen them moving on, I don't know what else to say. Like you got Eva, Marcel out there chilling. Y'all got Candy out there chilling. They got Marlo out there chilling with them. They got, Portia been out there chilling. Nene, Cynthia. Like everybody is chilling and everybody is filming. Nobody is filming with Kenya. Life twirls on. Don't be mad at me because life twirls on because I didn't take a peach. So if you can call in, the phone number is 347-514-7350. The PIN number is 429-8651. And we have a call. Caller 7620. Hello.
Yes, I'm here.
Hi, who am I speaking with?
You're speaking with Sam from Jamaica.
Yes, Jamaica. What's your name again?
Gracia.
Gracia?
Yes.
Hey, how are you? What would you like to speak about today?
Just the issue of Michelle Williams. It is so motivating to know that persons in those positions are actually going through something, because I'm here in Jamaica and I'm facing so many struggles. And to know that I'm not the only one, and not because I'm in this position. So it's the only reason why I'm facing struggles. But persons who have better opportunities, they still have things to go through.
Right.
It's inspiring. Yeah.
Yes, everybody has their struggles, child. It doesn't matter if if they're famous, if they're on stage, if they got a real job, a 9 to 5. It doesn't matter. Like everybody has their own burdens to bear, and that's why you can never just assume that someone's life is golden, because at the end of the day, like we all go through it. And my favorite saying is, if you're going through something, keep going, because there's always something at the end of the tunnel. So.
Yeah. So even when we're going through, because right now I'm going through depression as well, and having been going through it, and I'm like under this cloud and whatever.
But don't be.
I am trying to look at it in a more positive way and know that I can try and be happy while I'm going through something. I'm not just, wasting years under this cloud.
But sometimes it's okay to be sad. Sometimes it's okay to be sad. You know what I mean? Like, and then, if you can't talk to somebody or can't talk to a licensed therapist, find a friend, a family member, somebody that you trust that you can talk to. It's okay to cry. Like that's the problem with us as Black women. Like we hold the weight of the world on our shoulders and we just, smile through it. Sometimes it's okay to be sad.
Right.
It's okay.
Oh, okay. That's true. That's so true. It's so surreal to be talking to you right now.
Oh, thank you. And I appreciate you calling and keep your head up. Definitely. Like, shit, I get sad. Hell, I broke down crying on the damn screen one day talking about all the stuff I'm dealing with. So it's okay. Just it's okay. It's just okay to cry, take 5 minutes and keep moving. But it's quite okay.
Exactly. Okay. You have a great night.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, and link me anytime you plan to come to Jamaica.
Yes.
Make sure to link me up, okay?
I am. Send me your information because I'm coming. I'm coming back to Jamaica. I love me some Jamaica.
Okay, great.
All right. Thank you for calling.
Okay.
All right. Keep your head up.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay.
Caller 6955, you are on the line.
Hey, Michelle, I had to call back because I want to talk about something else. Okay, so we got this Forbes list with Kylie talking about self-made. We was having a discussion about this at work today, and I feel like Forbes, they picked the wrong words because self-made to me is like you coming from
nothing,
coming from the bottom,
coming from nothing to something.
But
yeah,
exactly. Kind of started off like with her dad being an Olympian, so it's kind of like, well, you're not really self-made, so
that's true. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
And also something else I was looking at, like I kind of feel like they're kind of trying to do damage control, like trying to make her look like this young, almost about to be billionaire or whatever. They're trying to cover up the fact that she got pregnant out of wedlock at 19.
See, one thing
like they're covering up
that Kylie and Kendall and Kim, all of them have is Kris Jenner in their corner. And Kris Jenner is a beast when it comes to publicity. She has relationships that we know nothing about as far as with the media. They plant stories in the media. They pretty much control their own narrative when it comes to. So yeah, I agree with that. That's their way of putting a positive spin on her life. Now she's no longer a single mother. She is a millionaire on the cover of Forbes, and that gives everybody a different view of her, even if the latter is true.
I think it's so crazy.
It's a bunch of bull. It's a bunch of bull. We know it. It's a bunch of bull. But they built this mega power structure. The whole entire Kardashian clan. It's a power structure. They built that, and so I mean I don't know what it is that will ever destroy it at this point, because they keep getting more money, more fame. They got social media on lock. They got the media on lock. I mean, what is it that will ever crumble this big organization? They like the damn internet mafia at this point.
Like, what I will say is, though, as much as I'm not a fan of them, but what I will say is, like, I can respect Kris for the fact that she kind of instilled, like, generational wealth within her kids. Like, hey, y'all, own your own stuff or whatever. Mm-hmm. But the fact that how they got on, it's just like,
I mean, but you can't knock the hustle. It was all strategic.
Yeah.
Kim jumped it off with her sex tape or whatever. You know what I mean? It was just all strategic. And they got, again, the machine behind them at this point. So more power to them. It is a bunch of bullshit, but as long as we stay woke and we can see it for what it is what it is. Like, but people are still buying their products. The rich are getting richer, and it is what it is. So. Right, Tracy living my truth. We talk about Kanye as a zombie. That's the one person we need to feel bad for, because right now, where is Kanye? What he doing? All them black men, they keep taking hostage over there. It's like, what's going on?
All of them.
I don't know. It's interesting. Well, it's interesting. But I thank you for calling back.
You're welcome.
I know. Caller 7258.
Hey, Michelle, this is Jerome.
I knew it was you. I recognize the number.
I know. I heard you about to say, I know this number. So let me get this out about Faith Evans and Stevie J.
Okay.
So when I first heard about them dating a while back, I was like, oh, that's a little bit odd. But I just felt like they was like just like a drive-by, like on and off, like friends with benefits, because they'd be around each other. He was helping her with new music and stuff like that. They've had this friendship for like 25, 30 years or whatever it is. So like I get that. But to see that she married him, I was like what's really going on? And then someone was like, well, she did, she was married to D.E. and he used to treat her, bad, this, that, and other. I'm like, yes, but that was,
she was young and dumb back then. Yeah.
Yeah, you're supposed to like progress in relationships and stuff like that, and not saying that like Stevie J whatever like beat her or anything, but like to consistently see him exploit women and degrade LGBT, even if that's not in his personal life or in real life or whatever it is. It's just like it's almost like a step backwards from her. But then, as I listened to her interview that she did with, I believe it was Drink Champ, she talked about how she used to eat Biggie ass. And after I heard that, I was like, oh, well, we have this wrong image.
But I mean, that's everybody. You never know what anybody is doing in their relationships. I mean, at the end of the day, like even with Whitney was Whitney. Didn't nobody even believe she was on drugs until we started seeing her acting crazy, simply because she was a vision of perfection in front of while she was on stage and on the mic. So that was what they crafted her to be.
But that's true too. But for your husband, like all these years later, like you holding his legacy down, and you have his kids, and then you talk about those kind of details publicly. You know, it's like it just made me look at her a little differently. Like I didn't lose respect for her. I just like looked at her like, well, she's not the person that I like kind of had in my mind that she was. Like I don't think that's something that I would have done. Or
Faith, Faith has had a drug issue. Didn't she and her husband?
I remember cocaine.
Her husband got the husband before Stevie J. Didn't they get locked up for selling weed or selling drugs or something, doing something? Yes. And so it's like Faith has always been that bad girl with like a kind of good image. You know what I'm saying? And isn't she from Jersey also? Like it's just like at the end of the day, she's still a real down home girl. So I don't put anything.
And that's why like it's easy to believe like, oh, she's with him, but that would just make me feel like I still feel like it's a step down in a sort of way. I feel like it's a recipe for disaster, but we don't know their inner workings of the relationship. But I do also feel like it has something to do with, it's not just love, it probably has something to do with business. They have an album or a song that's coming out this weekend. They're working with new music, and I'm pretty sure that this is going to be filmed in some kind of reality show situation.
So let's get married to promote our song.
You said what?
I said, so let's get married to promote our song. These people I don't know, it just kills me. Especially reality show stuff. I don't even know what to think no more. Like, like the Kirk and Rashida stuff. Like everything that has to do with that whole love and hip hop thing, you can never know what's real, what's fake, because they have used the courts to their advantage. Like the girl filed a paternity suit on Kirk, knowing that ain't his baby, and then neither one of them showed up, so neither one of them ever did a paternity suit. But then they go on camera saying the baby mine, but we know it ain't. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So we don't know what. Yeah, you're right.
They're selling their souls for that money and that fame and that exposure. And I feel like Faith Evans is at that stage where it's like she can't, Faith Evans, even her tours, like you ain't selling out big arenas. You can have like House of Blues maybe, and I don't even know if you're selling out that anymore. So it's like she's like, what's the next big thing that I can do to get me some exposure, fame, money, and all that stuff. So I think that's what she's on right now. So that's the Faith Evans and Biggie thing. I just hope that maybe somewhere in it that she got some kind of prenup or some kind of situation, but I don't know what kind of money she got. She didn't cover it. Is the case against Charlamagne, popping back up about the rape allegations and the girl kind of about the sexual assault?
Yeah, I haven't necessarily covered it, but the one thing that I tiptoed over this past week was the fact that he actually admitted to raping his wife. Did you see that?
Yes.
And I'm like, look, Charlamagne, as soon as it died down, like, we got some old clips of you, like, your wife, dude. Like, yes, it was really.
Hold up.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
And here's the thing, me and Charlamagne have been through it on Twitter before, but like I still respect him as a businessman. But like just to keep pulling up these old receipts of him just so like jokingly talking about this and laughing these things off, and it's like this stuff is 20 years old. oh, this stuff is as recent as 2015, 2016.
Right.
And for you to have that platform at the Breakfast Club and know the endorsements and know the sponsors and everyone involved, and you talk about this stuff and laugh about this stuff like it's a joke, knowing that the time and society that we're in right now, it's like, have you? And the tweets are still up. Like he hasn't deleted the tweet or anything. Like I have tweets of him saying that if she's drunk, you can get that peed in, and he talks about how like his wife never, before she was his wife, she never did want to give him any.
Yeah, I wish I could play that quote because that's exactly the one I heard the other day, and I was like, you just sealed the deal on this Me Too case, Charlamagne. Like he said specifically, like he and his wife dated for years before they were married. She didn't want to give it up. One night she got sloppy drunk at his house and they had sex, and he was like, she was throwing it back or whatever, but she was drunk. And then he said years later he asked her like, did I rape you? Was that rape? And then she said, yeah, technically. And so it's like, damn, like you just gave the case to the other chick, because at the end of the day it's a pattern.
Yeah. And not just that. If you follow, like I read the court documents, and if you follow the story, it's like, and I don't think this is my opinion after reading the story. I don't think that he raped this girl. I think that he knew that things were going on at the party. His story was so inconsistent. So he did this party for his friend who graduated from high school and going to one of these colleges or whatever. So he was around 22, 23 years old at the time. So he said he threw his party, he bought all the alcohol, but then he said that he didn't buy the alcohol. A crackhead bought the alcohol because he was too young, so he had a crackhead do it, this and other. And so he bought the alcohol. He said they were in a room, they were doing something. He left the party that he thrown. He left it. The next day, he heard that some girl said she got raped. The girl was 15 years old, and the girl and her friends said that in 2001, they came to the party, they gave them something to drink, they thought that they were drugged, and then the girl was raped. They did a rape kit test, whatever. It came out to be that the girl was raped. Charlamagne said he had nothing to do with it, but he went and turned himself in and said he was responsible for everything because he threw the party. So they charged him with, giving a minor alcohol or something like that. So he got 3 years probation, which he said was like 3 or 4 months or something like that. Mm-hmm. So the girl's bringing back up the case. So she said that she didn't want to go through that trauma and like that because she was so young. And she didn't want to go through that. Her mama just didn't do anything with it, so they kind of let it slide. But then now they reopened it up, and people keep saying that she just want money. She just want money. I'm like, she accused Charlamagne of doing this in 2001 before we even knew who Charlamagne, the guy was. Mm-hmm. So it couldn't be like this same thing. Like she didn't know that he was going to be famous in the future. And not just that, I feel like even if he didn't do it. And even if she was drugged and she got confused and she didn't know who did it, like there's something there and there's something that he knows that he is talking about.
But my question is this:
about in his book,
since you have all the tea, why is this coming up now again? Like you're saying, her mother brought it up or something. Like why is she bringing it back up now? If it went to court, he served probation or whatever, and this was in 2000, whatever. Why now are we now hearing about it again? Or
and that's what a lot of people say, but and I don't know like the girl's motive, but what I do know for certain is that she was raped because that's what the police said that they're finding. Mm-hmm. And also she was like 15 at the time, so she said she didn't want her child going through that. The child didn't want to go through it. Mm-hmm. And then I also feel like we're in an era where all these things are coming up. So even if someone never want to press charges or prosecute anyone, because we're in this era where like a lot of people are getting assistance with the movements and stuff like that that's going on with Me2 and stuff like that. I feel like it probably was a time for her where she built up her confidence, even if she want money or not. It's just like at the end of the day, she needs some kind of justice because while he did serve probation for like giving a minor alcohol this and other, the rape case of her being raped never got justice.
She never got justice.
And the guy was his friend. The guy was his cousin.
Wow.
And so Charlamagne said he went to the police station when he heard about it. He was like, I'm responsible for everything. I take full responsibility for everything. I don't know about any girl getting raped. Like, why would you just voluntarily take yourself to like the police station and do that before they've been looking for you? So they said like weeks later they charged him with the sexual assault or whatever, but then he got the lesser charges because they couldn't like really find anything evidence on him. But for him to say like they was doing something in the room and then he left the party, it's like I don't know.
It's a deep situation.
It doesn't give him any.
It's a deep situation. And that's half the reason why I didn't touch it at first. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, to me, I feel like there's always an agenda when these things happen, when these things come out. Not to say that it's right, wrong, or whatever, but, you know, it's like as soon as black men get to a certain amount of power, as soon as black men get a certain voice, I just feel like, you know, there are times that, you know, certain things will come out to like block them. And I, you know, and I'm not being an apologist for him raping this girl or what, you know, whatever the case may be. It's just the fact that, you know, again, like I asked you before, like, why now? If it went to court, if he served his time or whatever the situation may be, why now? You know, why are these old clips of him confessing or saying, you know, what he did with his wife, who is now his wife? Why is that coming up now? Like, I don't know. It's like they're using his own words against him.
Everything is so extreme now. Everything is like in a hurry. Everybody's emotions up. And I feel like that's part of the thing. But not just that. Charlamagne, because they've been pulling these receipts, they see that he's been like laughing this off for years and joking about this. And even on the Breakfast Club, I feel like he's a little bit sexist and misogynistic and stuff like that. But I just never knew like the details of it. He talked about it in his book, but that's from his perspective. And who's to say that he's telling the truth is another? So I just feel like whether he did it or not, she needs some kind of justice for the sexual assault, whether that's with him or his friend or something else. And that's just it.
Yeah. But I mean, now that it's public, he's gonna have to do something publicly about it, and that's therein lies the problem. Either he's gonna address it, he's gonna talk about it, he's gonna talk to her about it, like something's gonna have to happen. Like as far as the legalities are concerned, I don't know what can be done now. You know what I mean? But you know, we'll see. Like at this point, he's just being tried in the court of public opinion. We're just pulling receipts. Everybody's pulling his words and all of that. Like, I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Okay. So that's the only things I want to talk about.
Well, thank you as always, Jerome.
Oh, no problem.
No,
I'm about to hop back in the chat room.
All right. Thanks, Jerome. All right,
no problem.
Bye.
All right, bye.
Caller 93. Oh, dang. Hello, 9332. Hello.
Hello.
Hey.
It's Sharisha again.
Hey, Sharisha again.
Oh my God. Okay, so I was taking notes or whatever. I like what Jerome had to say or whatever. The only thing is, I saw some footage before, like how he has apologized. I'm talking about Charlamagne guy.
Okay.
Talking about like how he's done stuff and talking about the race culture and stuff like that. You know how it was back in the day. I was born in 1980. So I know how the 90s was, and we always trying to be out there looking cute and trying to find the older guys and hang out and be on the party scene, putting ourselves in certain situations that was not the best. And we was all young growing up, it's not the best situation. I'm not condoning what happened to that girl, I just think that, like, he has openly talked about, like, and he talks about it all the time, that he goes to therapy.
Right.
To deal with his own demons and how he did his wife wrong so long. And I'm sitting, I always question, why did she stick around that long? Because they only been married for 3 years? I'm like, how do you just let somebody just keep cheating on you and just getting down like this?
So all of this occurred while he was married? None of this occurred while he was married. I'm confused now.
No, it didn't occur while he was married. I'm saying she still married him after all this mess. So that's why I'm like, Who are you? And she's pregnant.
Well,
got a baby on the way.
Well,
it's due in September.
I don't know why. Look, people marry people who are in jail. Like, so I mean, we can't like. I don't know. He may have repented. I don't know. Like, I don't know.
I mean, I'm not judging him. I do appreciate that he has like apologized because of some of the misogynistic things that he's done in the past and said. You know, basically he was like, we grew up listening to music that was of the race culture.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we thought that
don't make it right.
We go to the club, we grab somebody's ass, and you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I understand that part. So I was like, I think like all this coming out is because he's blowing up so big now. He's on a lot of shows, and he's celebrity now, and he's on a lot of social media.
Yeah, I mean, you know, and that's everybody's issue. Anybody who's in the limelight, everything's gonna come out the roof, come home to roost. The mug shots come out, the old arrests come out. So if they don't spill their own tea, it's gonna be spilled at some point. So I get that, but big project coming up, like what sparked this? Did one of his, you know, competitors, you know, his competition do it? Like, what happened to bring this all up again? Like, you know, people are saying that it's already in his book. You know, so
you know what I'm wondering?
What?
I'm thinking maybe R. Kelly's goons are coming out.
R. Kelly's goons are somebody that didn't appreciate being called Donkey of the Day. Where Monique at?
Exactly.
Monique like Leonard.
We gonna dig this stuff up. Yeah.
Ain't no telling.
Exactly.
There's no telling.
But no, another thing what Jerome said, I am happy that Michelle Williams is and you know,
seeking help,
facility where she can get the help that she can get. Yeah, because like our family, of course, me too, but we've all dealt with like mental illness or whatever like that. It's just like getting somewhere where you can be stable and stuff like that, and not thinking it's gonna be the end of the world. When I feel that way, I tell my mom or I'll tell my friends or my sisters or something like that. I'm like, something don't feel right. I'm not right. And then they're like, okay, so do we need to go see somebody? And usually I'll be like, yeah. But I think it's a good thing that it's more exposed. Like people can talk openly about what they're going through and, you know, how to deal with things. Because if you just stuck by yourself and you're not talking to nobody, then you know what the end result is going to be.
Right.